For some reason, you don't see the cat when you have a gun.
And I don't know why she's called Wildcat. Yameneko. But that just is.
Yeah. Oh, right. Seeing in terms of why is she even called a cat. It's not like the sprite despawns. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Double trade. Yeah, Horseblade. Redrawing the entire Arcana Heart roster would indeed be like a lot of work. Like, I don't expect Arcana Heart 4 to actually have all the Love Max characters.
Well, yeah, no, of course not.
And really, the only guaranteed characters are like
Heart,
Saki, and Kira, since they actually asked about Kira on Twitter.
Wow, I walk, standing B.
Yep. Like, latest update that I read before Arcana Heart 3 6 stars update is late this year, early next year. They did like apologize that they've been delayed. To be fair, they were pretty much suddenly told that after 1.5 years, suddenly Square Enix decided to make a PlayStation and a Steam version. So I guess they were like, yes, this will get us money. I guess we have to do this first now. But yeah, like, certainly we'll get 6 stars first.
Wow.
Lots of lag. Something they also considered was making a Kickstarter for bringing Demon Bride on PC. So they might throw that in there once they're done with 6 stars. Simply as like another thing that they could make a little bit more money off of for going into Arcana Heart 4. So yeah, who knows? Yeah, Horseplay, that was what I was referencing. They were basically asking on Twitter, they were asking the American community if they think that if they like scaled down or didn't include characters like Kira and Konoha, that it would sell better. And the universal answer was no.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, I get that just a real Japanese thing, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like they'll listen to that. Just, yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm pushing the button and there is nothing coming out.
I mean, as a connoisseur of tiny Japanese anime girls, I will say that I get that Kira is the worse offender than Konoha. But Konoha has like, sure, that's a ninja thing. She has like fishnet clothing and stuff. But she's also just has like a gym uniform, schoolgirl uniform, right?
Yeah.
She just has like, what are those called? Blousers? No.
Bloomers?
Yes.
Bloomers, right? Bloomers. So it's like.
Just do the super if you can hit after she gets it. What the fuck?
Oh my goodness! Please. The red finish? No.
Oh. Sorry, you were saying.
Oh yeah, horseplay fair. I just forgot about Angelia. I still think Kira's worse, but I totally get that Angelia is much worse than Konoha. Also, there's the girl, Catherine. Catherine's also up there.
Why?
Did you see when she falls out of the mech? That her swimsuit does not have a back all the way down to her ass.
I see.
She's like 7.
She's not 7, right?
I don't know. She's a tiny lolly girl. I don't know what her in-game age is, but she's tiny.
Yeah, but 7 would be more like Angela or Angelia? Angela, whatever.
Well, they're the same size.
Are they?
Yeah, Catherine is as big as Kira and Angela.
She seems taller. I guess she's on an 8.
Excuse me, she's slightly taller than Kira. Well, Kira makes fun of her being stupid.
That's fair.
Yeah. Kira is a genius. He gets to do that.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, Echo is the smallest and the youngest, but Echo looks perfectly fine.
Echo
It's just a kindergartner writing a weird drawing. Like, looks normal. That's an okay character design.
How did you jump through my anti-air?
I cannot tell you, but I will take.
6 Stars was the last Arcana Heart 3 iteration that came out in arcades a couple years ago. But there was a Kickstarter campaign to bring it out on Steam. And that included a couple new characters, rebalances, and an extra Arcana. So, and they're calling that update Arcana Heart 3 Love Max 6 Stars Extend. Because you need even more words.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that after 6 stars you also have 6 exclamation marks.
Of course.
They each have a star on their dot. So it's like 6 stars. Get it? People in arms about Eiko just for being underage. I see.
Really?
And that I don't get. I get it with like pretty much every other anime girl, but Eiko just is a kid. Like there's nothing...
Why are you getting fucking moved for me?
I don't know. I'll
Nothing
take it,
sexy.
but I don't know.
Oh, that didn't do it. Yeah.
I don't know, getting mad at Eiko is like on the level of...
That's the wrong way. I wanted to do the full super, but then it just didn't.
Oh!
getting mad at Jubilee in X-Men.
Not quite.
But she's not an adult. No, it's just... Because there's nothing wrong with Echo, right? She doesn't have any...
No, I do agree, but like age-wise, I guess.
Age-wise it's different, but I mean like I couldn't think of just like a young character in a Western comic off the top of my head. I'd have picked someone younger. The Avatar! The dude from Avatar. It's a little boy. Oh no. There's like even romance plots with him, I think. Oh no, bad. Eiko doesn't have that. Eiko just wants to play. Violently, but still.
She can't do anything for being Grace bad. That's not her fault.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, I guess now I'm dead.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's right. She comes down anyways. Even though it would have hit.
Fuck! Game, give me my quadricycle back. Was that box? Nope.
And just to confirm what's being said in
the...
You didn't listen to your own advice.
Exactly! It was like, he's gonna do something! Gotta do something invincible to counter! The two.
No.
Yeah, it's about Omega. Paracelsia was Paracelsia is actually going to make it in the game because she's the Arcana of Shark Girl. She's going to be in.
Which makes no sense.
It's basically the same idea as the boss of Arcana Heart 1 or 2 being the Arcana of Angela.
Yeah, but Angela looks like she could have a boss. I mean, they look related, so that could work. And she's light, and she used lightning stuff. But
I understand what
Fish Girl is like full water, and Paras is like, I don't know, black hole and stuff, right? Forgot.
Yeah, it's a very extremely vague relation, if at all.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, it would have been nice if Omega would have made it in. Like, that one's the one that didn't meet the stretch goal. I mean, technically, Darkheart also didn't meet the stretch goal, but they did like an extended campaign where they sold like a merchandise and then it got barely over the goal to include Darkheart.
Yeah. I don't care, like, Fish Girl is in. That's the most important.
Yes. Yes, we got the deep one.
Yeah.
So like all those 3 punk rock and love lullaby songs about fish women that people have written have not been for nothing.
Who needs another handsome fish? We have the most handsome fish in Riku.
True. Yeah.
It will be a guest character.
Yeah.
You just come play and everyone's just like, he's strangely handsome.
Yeah. You're strangely attractive for a fish man. I don't know who you are, but you're strangely attractive. I get told that a lot. Arcana Heart really needed a character like Omega too, so I'm kind of pissed. She looked like she would have been the Azrael, like Blaze Blue Azrael of Arcana Heart. That would have been really awesome. I don't care that
just
she
wait
barely...
for extend. Like Tentacle. Don't need to buy anything for Arcana Heart.
You don't need to buy anything for Arcana Heart? What?
Like, if it doesn't have like the Arcana Art version before, it just has to wait for extend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm personally, since I never had to check this, unclear how extend is going to work for people that didn't back the campaign.
Yeah.
Because I backed it with $60. I'm getting everything for free. Euros. I don't have to worry about anything. I have my OST and DVD jacketed Arcana Heart 6 stars right here. Just, yeah.
I wouldn't bet on that horseplay.
Actually, horseplay is right, because during the Kickstarter campaign, they said which what the story arcs would be and which story arcs they would be able to include given which stretch goals. And basically Omega is part of like the last story arc. So the next game would have that story arc in it as the story mode, I think. So that kind of requires Omega.
Well, they just put out a DLC at some point.
Also, Tentacle, you have to press ready.
Tifu has 1 bar.
Yeah, Tifu has 1 bar.
Nothing's downloading on your end or something, right, Tifu?
Oh no,
Nope.
in my room.
Okay, then let's just hope it works good. To be fair, the bars in this game are lies.
Yeah, but I got most lag against Tifu and some against Tentacle, so I guess like there was some connection problem for some unknown reason.
Yeah, who knows. As long as it looks like it's going okay right now, I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
You get way better internet on 12. I should be getting way better internet on the 12th.
Oh yeah, right. You're getting an internet upgrade.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I guess if you have to find like the synonyms for that in English, it would be like, I guess, Unga Bunga. It would be like the easiest one. Tentacle.
Before you're talking about Unga Bunga, what?
Because like you say that you know some people that play like Unga Bunga character, but you use a French word because you couldn't figure out like an English
You
word.
mean gorilla?
Hmm?
You mean
Unga
just gorilla characters? Or?
Sure, Unga Bunga that works too.
That is true.
Those two terms are indeed deeply related. Yeah. Like I've heard people that know what they're talking about, but I think are not really using the term correctly anyway, equate Rushdown and Unga Bunga. But
That is not the right thing.
yeah, that one's questionable. But Gorilla and Unga Bunga, that belongs together.
Yeah.
And power characters are often just that as well. Like Azrael is often like the gorilla character, right?
Yeah.
In this game, you have Zeke feet.
Yeah.
Gorilla's power with his jumpy.
Yeah.
I guess Fury could be. I mean, I guess I didn't see enough Fury in this game. But it seems like he would do a lot of damage. I don't know.
Yeah. Looks like. I don't know though. Because I mean, I was like, cool, Yori is in it. He has his moves. Haha, the Vicky is funny. That was my extent.
Yeah.
The Vicky's for crossover games are sometimes really good like that.
Yeah. But it's also just like another game off of SNK's World Domination checklist.
Yeah.
And then jokingly we say, oh, Terry for Smash, and look where we are now.
Now Mortal Kombat next.
Yep. Random Sam Show character for Mortal Kombat. They're already in Soul Calibur.
The big yokai for Mortal Kombat would be nice.
Yes, but for Mortal Kombat 11 they haven't done any huge characters, and the only other time they made a huge character was Mortal Kombat 10. And I guess they didn't like it.
Well, that's sad. Then Bessara.
It's super sad. Yeah, like if there's one huge criticism that I have with the Mortal Kombat series from its inception, it's gotten better, but you... No. There's plenty of fighting games with stupid stories.
No, it looks ugly.
Oh, it looks ugly? Well, it looked fun initially, you know, back when it came out, with the digitized actors. It was funny.
I mean, you can be ugly and funny, I guess?
Well, oh,
I didn't know this one.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
That's a pose.
Now, I remember there were these bigger kids in a Spanish arcade. Remember, I don't speak Spanish. Now, I'm in the arcade, and the first thing I've ever seen from Mortal Kombat 1 is, like, Kano ripping out somebody's heart. And I was laughing. It just looks really funny because of the way the digitized sprites wiggle around in their pain animation, right? They're like, oh, ah! And suddenly it pulls out the heart, and it's just...
Yeah.
Something, I don't know, very humorous about that. At least my child self and current self think that.
Yeah, no, definitely like Mortal Kombat was more goofy before than it is now.
Yes, now it's just super dark, grim butcher.
Yeah. Violence for violence and not for fun.
Yeah. But no, my criticism is that the characters have always had a very standardized flair to them.
Yeah.
Initially, everyone had the same normals, so it used to be much worse. That's something that got better over time, and by the time of Mortal Kombat 10, everybody has very unique movesets. But they're still like afraid of doing things different that other fighting games have been doing different since the 90s. Like just different body sizes, and like vastly different body sizes, right? And strange hitboxes. Mortal Kombat's just doesn't really like that stuff.
I guess they do have like strange eat boxes already.
I guess I should say strange hurt boxes, i.e. like long arms that extend you where you can get whiff punished. That's not...
yeah, I see that type of thing.
Usually people have like long weapons, right, where they hit across the screen.
Yeah, there is no Dalsim or stuff like that, definitely.
Yeah. And I don't know, that's sad. It's just...
Yeah.
Sad.
I mean, after all, we're talking about like a game that is like the yellow ninja, the blue ninja, the red ninja. So,
and you got
yeah.
some point you got a black one that does like smoke magic as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the grey one you're thinking of. The grey one, by the way, the smoke magic is called smoke.
Ooh, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, basically you have blue, yellow, red, purple, green, grey, black, brown. If we count the female ones, you do indeed have pink as well. Yeah, brown. The earthquake one.
Oh, right. He can be like, he can do sand stuff in Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah.
Did we get to desync or what? Cause
spectators have desync, I guess.
I see.
What? You desync? God damn it! I did the level 2 thing.
Well, maybe you did.
Well, on the
but
third round, no one's moving, so...
Yeah.
No! And the connection was lost. I'm gonna like reconnect to the room.
Yep.
Suddenly said only 2 out of 6 players were in. Oh, that was fast.
Yeah, just wait on everyone to join back in.
Yep.
But yeah, that's basically my main beef with the Mortal Kombat series.
Yeah.
I really don't like the NetherRealm stuff. Or is it even NetherRealm?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's NetherRealm Studios.
Yeah, I really don't like their stuff, especially like Injustice and stuff's also really fucking boring and looks bad.
Yeah.
It has some fun things in it.
Yeah, but but I saw some tournament play and like play with friends. It's like usually a bunch of projectile spamming, and that just works because the game movement is so weird and awkward and stuff if you're not confident in it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's a negative point.
I see.
Because every character did that. It's not just like one character did this. Like Superman did laser spams and stuff, where every other character also did laser spams. Like,
yeah. So we're basically still waiting on Rector, correct?
Yeah, Rector. Yep.
Okay. We're just counting people. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I was thinking too, like Rector. Did you find like, I mean, did you pick like a character yet? Are you staying like on Kome? Because if so, I will like share like my combos and stuff, I guess.
Maybe. I haven't decided yet.
Let's see.
Okay, everyone's here. Whoever wants to...
I was passing.
Yep. By the way, since we're using an unorthodox passing method just to get more people in, if for some reason you get passed over a lot, just say it. We'll move you up right away.
Yeah.
Like, no problem whatsoever. And I'll also say this normally in once we have the weekly started, we'll of course have separate rooms with less people in them and then mix them every now and then, just so more people can play at the same time. It's just like, it's nice to have a session where everybody just sits around and tries the game out and maybe looks at what people are doing for starters. So we sometimes do this.
That's nice.
Yeah, and also we don't have to organize multiple group and like timer search and stuff like that too, so that's nice.
Yep. Or impromptu evening first time map is better to just pour everyone in one cup. Yon.
Oh shit, she still has a bit of stuff on her shield. Oh, she just does the one hit, it's done.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we haven't played this girl that much.
That's true. I tried her out a bit in Train Call, but I'm not really liking her.
Yeah. I remember she can cancel special by special or something like that. And that
Very
was fun.
weird, like the
She had some specials like that, yeah.
that one you can like if you hit with it you can like do a second one.
I think you don't need to hit on it, right? Or do you?
I don't think you needed to hit.
I know I was
I'm
doing
not
stupid stuff with
sure.
it. I cannot remember like exactly what.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say that she could just do go in one direction then the other direction. But
Yeah.
By the way, if you hold the button you hold to assist with, you can make it wait before it comes out.
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Just
It's
with
cool.
high score girl.
Yeah.
Yes. If I could do that with Lancelot, it would be... Look, my Lancelot's a
hell
different
no.
color now!
I see.
Oh! That's not my Lancelot, I want mine, man! Okay.
Yeah, I wish Assist could have like their own palette too. But I guess for this game that would like too much work. You can't
Oh,
spectate anymore? You got just disconnected like right now? Weird. I mean reconnect or like just wait and should be done soon.
Yeah, Tentacles, just try going back in. You're still in the room? Then I don't know.
Just
Good
play.
luck.
Because you're the next one,
It's your
so
turn anyway, I guess.
yep. Except
Oh,
if the room
since-
explode after that. Yeah, let me like restart one because if it. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, make a new room.
Yeah.
That's
I don't want to kick. I want to leave. There we go.
okay.
Yeah, there is no more than that. There is really not a lot of.
Room is back up.
Yep, room is back up. Not a lot of option on the room.
No. Oh, since I said this kind of wrong earlier, NRS does the modern Mortal Kombat games, and it is the same team, partially right, that did the old Mortal Kombat games, but back then they were part of Midway. So, yeah. Because Midway did some games that some people think are like a little bit like Mortal Kombat, but those weren't actually made by the NRS team. Like War Gods, Mace the Dark Age, Biofreaks. Contrary to popular opinion, all of those games are cool except for War Gods. War Gods is kind of crap.
I don't know if I still had like an unrelated question
Yes.
regarding the PS3 emulation stuff.
Yeah.
How we want to do it, that when... Because I am hyped for some thingy. If it works on my PC just explode. Like the potato it is.
Sure. Mace is fucking sick. See? A man of good taste. Right there. Mace is a good fighting game. Fun. I'll answer your question in a second, Andele. I will give you a very exact date because I had to do my organizational battle plan for games like last month. So I actually scheduled exactly when we're going to try doing that. So.
Do we have like the emulator set up? Because I do. If you have the ROM, like the link or something, give it to me like soon-ish.
I'll give it. It's we're not starting tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
I will give it to everyone who is interested, and we'll try to get people interested when the time has come. Let me just see when the time is. Okay. Should be a group organization.
Mine wins.
Here we go. FGM Cycle Selection 2019-2020. Yay. We'll have it as a returning favorite in January.
gaming favorite, I guess.
Yeah, because some people here have actually played it, even together in the group.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wanted to try. Vic, you said you already have the emulator set up and stuff.
Vic does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind giving that to me sometime so I can actually try beforehand and do more stuff I can see. Because from what I know, emulators like do take a lot of like PC
Yes,
power,
but you
they?
don't have to worry too much about that because it's not like the the PS3 emulator has netplay, so it'll be a parsec thing anyway.
Okay. And I still want the emulator so that I can
Yes,
play the game.
so you can training mode, right?
I want to play the game again. It's so fun. I hope
Yes.
it's fun. I hope I remember it's fun. I don't just remember it was my first fighting game. That's why it was fun.
Yeah. Though I will say, I hadn't planned on people suddenly buying map, so we'll first see how that goes. But we can still start playing Dengenki January, maybe February then. But it's just yeah.
I am fine with us taking our time as long as I like get to like training mode with some again, or we just play when we have some time or something like that.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Because map's also fun. It's not like that's fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
I mean, map.
Take your time again, just to piss people off.
Yeah. Map working now is excellent. Like we now have like a very healthy number of people. It's nice. The stuff that I wanted to try next year was like Dengeki as early as possible since you're hyped for it, right? And once that's exactly, and based on how that works, whenever is appropriate afterwards, i.e. 1 to 7 months later, just depends on what people are playing, right? I can't foresee that, especially with all the early year releases. Hokuto no Ken. Like, Fist of the North Star. Kenshiro, Omae wa mou shinderu. That game.
Yes.
And, yeah.
I'm gonna check when Grumble even comes out, because I am kinda like, I want
February.
to try this early, I don't have money.
Don't worry, it's not the Steam version has not been announced.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Date.
Fuck God. We can wait like half a year, at least, if not longer.
I would actually be glad in this case because Uniclear is also coming out in February.
Oh shit. Does
it'll
that
be-
come out for PC or no?
Yeah, it'll be a DLC for Unist.
Oh, also, and actually released in February on PC as well. I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm not 100% certain, but I think in this case it shouldn't come out much later than the console release in this case because of the DLC nature. But Grand Blue might take a bit.
Oh,
Might.
I just hope, and I hope they put like a good Unis deal up again before Uniclear comes out. Because if it's just a DLC, then I can buy it standalone, I guess.
Yeah.
And I do not have Unis. I always forget that because I just play it sometimes. But I don't actually own it. It's yours.
And Nargons, right?
True. You also have that.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for Uniclear because like Unis is a fun game, but I never got too into it because when I played it with Nagrim, we stopped after a while because he stopped playing fighting games. Basically, for a good while now.
Yes.
And I
He's
just
just drowned in MMO land.
right now Tarkov.
Tarkov?
It's Escape from Tarkov. I don't know exactly what kind of game it is, but he has a lot of fun with it.
I only know
Oh.
Grand Moff Ooh. If that hits, I'll laugh. Well, it hits, technically.
I love like in the few games ago where it hit, but he got hit as well, so it did nothing.
Yeah.
Just little ice flowers, just like, what? That can happen?
Yeah. I guess I never continued on the mace thing, but it's all I had to say, really. I played like 4 characters in that game. It was one of the games that my group of friends actually put time into, along with Soul Calibur, Street Fighter 2, Turbo, not Super Turbo, and Killer Instinct, a couple games like that. But like mostly the most time we invested was actually Mace, Soul Calibur 2, and Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Every other fighting game we played a little bit, but not that much. Flower is love, you need to touch it. That's not lewd at all. Finish.
Resets.
Like, I guess another reason I brought up those midway games is simply that Matt McMuscles made a video on them actually a couple days ago, so I watched that. And the funny thing was that like just barely before that, I explained to Vic sort of why we stopped playing Biofreaks, and that maybe we would have got. Yeah, exactly. Because basically what I had said was like we played it a little bit, but like we stopped playing it around the point where we were flying around and shooting each other, and there were ways to overcome that, but we just never gave it the time to do that. And Matt McMuscles basically published his video after that, sort of, and I was watching the video and he's like, this didn't do too well as like players found it rough to deal with the strangely defensive mechanics of everyone being able to fly around and shoot each other from afar. So it's like, hey,
there's me.
Exactly. Yeah. I played a cyborg minotaur. His name was Minitech.
That doesn't sound as cool.
Indeed. Yori Yagami.
I'm so sad that I can't get my mind off Dengeki Bunko right now. It's like I keep thinking like, I want to play that game.
Yeah. But at least now you know a time frame.
Just recently I talked with a friend about like a character that's in there from Railgun. He was like this, and I really like this character, I wish I could play them any game. My friend, I can tell you a game where it works.
She's an assist in it though, right?
No, they like Kuroko. Kuroko is the teleporter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She got added in Ignition and she's not that good, but she's cool.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Yeah, she's
That's
cool.
what I was playing.
But she's not that good.
Really? I've seen like a lot of people use her, so she must be like not trash at least.
Yeah,
just so I'm not
Go ahead.
confused. Let's see if this is. Oh,
Because I remember like I shouldn't try to do the super. Let's do a burst instead. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the character from a certain magical railgun?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a certain magical railgun. Kuroko is the teleport girl that always says, "One-sama!"
I see, and she's like a playable character in that game.
In
Okay.
Ignition, yes.
Yeah,
added.
I think I remember the teleport girl, but yeah, was just making sure.
I think she has pigtail.
Also the
Yes, she does.
I saw like basically
I
every
remember
character a bunch of tournaments. In my opinion, she didn't feel as good though. That's just the thing. Felt like she had like too linear of a path to be that great. Maybe it's fine.
Please, I have to edit this later.
What are you talking about? It's not.
Oh,
an
I'm
stream.
watching via Parsec. Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to know, you know. I'm not using your computer. It's just like going through your picture folders to show the character from Dengeki.
That's important. Huh.
Yes, exactly. But you know, like your folders aren't like sorted by age rating.
Yes, they are.
They are. Okay. It's just my first idea. The first thing I think of is like, you're making work for me. Why are you doing this? What did I do to you?
But you should have realized that I never used like a display capture, right? And I did talk about that too. Like
basically, the way I have it set up on my end is that I have the browser with the stream, so I have the chat on the right, and I move the parsec window over the stream window, so it looks like the stream.
I see.
So if I see anything on there, I think it's on stream.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but yes, I know you don't use display capture unless absolutely necessary.
Yeah, exactly. Cause exactly for this reason, cause like display capture, like some accident can happen, and that's like annoying.
Yeah.
And I don't think like showing suddenly like your wallpaper is like good. Not that it's a bad wallpaper, it just like doesn't look good.
Yeah, your wallpapers aren't egregious at least.
Yeah, no, sure, but still.
I know some, I guess degenerates, I don't know, that never have guests to be fair, I never have guests either, but that's more because I have a small apartment. It's like, what's your wallpaper? Extreme anime hentai. Really? Just on your monitor. Yes. Would you like to see? No. I don't.
I've never seen someone like that.
Yeah? Okay. Good for you.
Yeah. I imagine that lion art is like that.
Oh, the biggest laughter from the guy who had the even worse Dakimakura. Okay.
I told everyone why I bought it. I said 4 people win more. I bought it, had no money, and I won a Wii U. It's fine. That's the only reason. I would have bought the Not Loli from the show if they had it, but they hadn't, which would make me sad.
I didn't even judge you. I just said that like Sakuya from Touhou is not as bad as that green-haired girl.
It's blue.
Fine, aquamarine. Let's go with aquamarine. What's the anime called again?
Sora no Toshimono.
Okay.
Or Angeloid is the thing they use in the West. Ah! Anti-airs. Ah, DPs. That's not what I pressed.
Just realized Raktor did like a instant air dash. I think that's one of the first time I realized that Raktor used it. Because I don't think with Len he has to. And with other character he doesn't have one. Weird thing.
Sure.
Ouch. Finally you hit with it.
Because when he had so much health advantage and his opponent so little health that it's okay to use.
Because it was like, even if I miss, this is not death for me.
Yeah. Oh, I saw a video last night about Daigo talking about taunts. He's against taunt buttons.
I see.
Buttons suck, that's true.
No, no. Taunt buttons are necessary.
No, taunts are necessary. Taunt buttons are not.
Good point.
Okay, then let me put it another way. Taunts that you activate and it gives you some sort of custom animation. That's what I want.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay if they're like a motion or something, but yeah, just it's because otherwise people need to do other stuff on screen. That's dumb.
So he was against like taunt, like the concept at all? Like completely? I don't know.
He was half against that. Basically, he was like, he basically made like 4 statements. One was like, back when he was playing Vampire, he had a friend who was playing Pyron, who would just teleport all over the screen for the entire match, and make everybody really mad. And he asked his friend like, "Why do you do this? Aren't you making people mad?" Then like he himself thinks that like if you're taunting while the other guy isn't down yet, like KO,
Yeah.
then you're being stupid. But if the guy's KO and you're taunting, then he never understood why people got upset about that until they told him they got upset about it.
I can see that. But
yeah. But I just think that's funny, because for me it's like the other way around. Like, I think if you're taunting not during the round, you're a dumb pussy. But if you taunt during the round, you're doing it right. But that's why I also like I don't really like the teabagging, right?
yeah.
Just because it's kind of, everybody does the same thing. Yeah. He was asked about teabagging, and he like, no, he doesn't do it. Like, what does he think about it? The funny thing is that we're talking about it like there's some foreigners teabag.
Some of those dirty foreigners.
Yeah, like Japanese conversations, right?
I'm pretty sure like the young generation of Japanese actually teabag, right?
I've seen Japanese teabag. That may have been a Korean. But yeah. So Daigo was just like, oh, yeah, I mean, that's dumb, but I guess it's kind of cute. So like really dismissive, but yeah. And I really didn't understand that he came down so hard on the taunt button, because he was like, you have to figure out how to taunt your opponent with your in-game actions. If you use a pre-made command, then that's the lamest thing ever. And it's like, I get what you're saying, but like, that's slightly more characterful than like just doing the same thing like everybody else.
So I guess he want to find like a move or something that make a taunt without using a taunt? Something like that?
Sounds like that.
Yeah, he didn't talk about that variation, so I don't know.
So he would
Maybe
use
he'd
like...
be okay with it, maybe he wouldn't like it, I don't know.
He would use the useless move of Lilith to taunt. But he wouldn't use like a taunt
where they
button.
make the laugh.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe.
the Arcana stuff, which is like, ah!
Yeah, maybe. Or like a taunt combo. I mean, I understand that like having a combo that's just there for taunting is fun, right? Like that Mika combo where you just like overhead smash, kick, overhead smash, kick, overhead smash. Doesn't do any damage, but it's really stupid.
Oh shit, that's a what?
So it's fine. It's not even an overhead, but visually that's what it looks like. Yeah. So I guess the funny thing is that he mained Pyro himself, Pyron, and he sold people the fuck out. He didn't teleport all over the place. But yeah.
But the teleport was like completely like safe, no recovery and stuff.
I don't know enough Pyron.
Yeah.
From what they were saying, it seems like his friend was at least good enough at doing that they could run away full 90 seconds. So I imagine it must be at least difficult to catch her.
Yeah. That sounds annoying as fuck. Yeah. I mean, at this point,
Yeah.
you can just like leave the arcade machine. If you really don't want you to play this match, you lost your coin anyway, right?
I guess. Guess he'll be running away once he has the life lead. But yeah, I don't know. That was kind of a weird video. And fun.
Well.
Examo games don't have taunts. I guess that's basically a complaint.
Want taunts everywhere.
Yes, I think you should have a taunts in every fighting game.
You even have them in Smash, but they turn them off when you play online ranked.
Yeah, that's
Which is stupid.
Yes.
At
Some of
least
them
you...
are also nice messages. It's like that some of them are like cool stuff and just literally just kept fucking going, yeah, and cool. But they just take them all out.
Yeah, I guess I'll add, like, perfect, I think, is if you have taunts and respect moves at the same time. For those that don't know, but it might be noticeable with the name, a respect move is simply like a, you did great. And the thing is that if you have both of these, then the idea of using one to be sarcastic is going to be pretty low, because usually people will misunderstand because you could have hit the taunt button instead. So it's good to have both of these. Like, I really like Guilty Gear's version of that. But if you don't want to have respect moves, that's fine. At least put taunts in there. Taunting's more important than
Sliding on them scrubs is more important than saying they did okay.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I'll take that back.
Like, I don't know how shit they are.
Yeah, that may have been too harsh, sure.
I mean, you can say that some people, even if they lose, they will taunt and be cocky as fuck, so...
That is
Yeah, but I think it's fine to have people do that if they want to make themselves look bad. That's okay. I mean, you know, it's like this guy who keeps fighting you over and over, and you can tell he's really salty, and then he gets around on you, and he just like taunts for the rest of the second round, and then quits out of the lobby. It's like, I bet he's one of those guys who was like, yeah, I really got him in that 89th round.
Does she do the total walk? Oh, no. It kind of is the total walk. Okay. I'm sorry, I got distracted by children.
I see. That's okay.
But I do agree with you, having taunt important and having taunt and respect stuff is nice. In Smash they kinda have that, because you have like 3 different taunts and one of them is usually nice.
Yeah. People haven't really experimented a lot with like taunts that have other purposes. Now I don't mean you insert a taunt and get a specific game advantage, but like the first game that had taunts that you could do was like World Heroes, and World Heroes ended up having 3 taunts as well, and one of the taunts is a fake stun, so you can pretend you got stunned. So that's a nice idea.
Smash they also have like some that do a bit, but only very, very rarely. Like Luigi's down taunt, where he just like little kick on the ground spikes you if you're on the edge and just
That's
kills
the
you.
best.
And you have like in Smash 4, Greninja had some combos where he uses his taunt. Because in his taunt he like summons water that splashes up from his hands, and that actually has a wind box.
I like taunt cancelling combos. Also, I wanted to
Yeah,
say like
Tao
if,
Kaka combos are great.
I also think like that if you have a taunt, don't make it like super long and not cancelable, because that make like people not want to use them.
Exactly, that's why Street Fighter 5 taunts are completely useless.
Yeah.
They might as well not be in the game.
Yeah, good luck to do like the G one.
Yeah. That's for example like the cool thing in Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear basically, you can cancel a taunt like I think halfway or 3/4 of the way through the animation. A respect move you can cancel way earlier. So if you're being nice to your opponent and he wants to beat you in the face, you're kind of safe. But if you're giving him the finger, then you have to like be able to take the fist in the face. And the additional thing that's cool in Guilty Gear, if you are such a pussy that you taunt at the end of the round when the other guy just went KO, so you're absolutely safe, you actually are giving him an even stronger taunt because he starts with 25% meter in the next round. Which is great, because you can do that on purpose too and be like, you need this.
I mean, that's the real shit there, because you're like you said, you're giving it to him because he needs the fucking scrub.
Yeah. So I just really like the way Guilty Gear handled that. A fun thing with taunts in Skullgirls is that they're special moves, so you can do combos that include taunts in a pretty easy manner. So that's nice as well.
I only know Big Bang because it's useful.
I had a taunt combo in Skullgirls, I just normally didn't use it. Like, I mean, it's pretty simple. It just launches people across the screen. I cancel, which is like Peacock's heavy kick. Then I just cancel that into Tenrai-ha. So I do her taunt animation, then I cancel that into the laser. the laser super. So even though the taunt doesn't connect, it actually still combos. So I can tip my hat while killing someone. It's funny. Like I basically didn't learn a complex combo with the taunt, so that's why I usually didn't use it. I want to maximize damage. It's funny.
But you gotta style on them fools.
Yeah. Do we need taunt cancels to increase combo potential? I think so. This combo potential in making sure that you're attacking more than your opponent's life bar.
You really gotta hit the soul.
Yeah.
But then make that is not good for everyone, because if everyone can have like a taunt cancel combo, that's
that would
useless.
be it. Yeah, of course. I guess to be fair, that's why I know how Urian's taunt looks like in Street Fighter 5, because he has a bunch of combos where he has to bounce people a million times off of his Aegis reflector, so he has time to taunt.
I see. Never seen it.
So, yeah, there's a bunch of people even in tournaments that taunt during their Aegis reflector combos, just because, well, hey, you have the time. That's a good color on Arthur.
Yeah. Ooh, oh, I got lucky on that one. Oh, okay.
I guess I'll add, like, I actually don't like taunts that you do because your character gets an advantage from them. Like, buff taunts, I actually don't like those, because how are you going to figure out that your opponent, or how's your opponent going to figure out that you were actually trying to taunt them? You're just buffing yourself, right?
If you do it like over and over.
Yes, but you know, taunts are already like a thing that usually you can't really do over and over without just being like, hey, hit me. So that's usually not really a thing.
But why you didn't do the thing? Why? Oh.
Oh.
Right, you
Yeah,
can do
stuff.
stuff.
Super guys.
Yeah.
Cut that leg.
Yeah.
Guess Tentacles is really getting stuff to work.
Nope.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Ow. I see.
I think you want to see.
Tentacles.
Oh.
Oh, I see. Yeah. But yeah,
I'm here
like,
then. Sure.
nice that it's working out for you relatively quickly. I see.
Oh! Stop right in front of your face. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mm.
Swords. Is Tragedy Assault like overhead for him? Like the thing where he jumps on people and grabs their face.
That's a command trap.
I see. That's good too.
You looked the wrong way.
Oof, that was really... It confirmed with the toes. Oh.
A toe confirmed.
Yeah.
No, I pressed my button too early, that's why I got the heavy there. So no double ice combos.
Yay! No Rupert. No Lancelot. I don't know why I want to call you Percival.
Maybe that's your preferred Knight of the Round Table?
Don't know them enough. Oh shit.
I really only know Parzival because there's a metal song about him. Parzival, true Knight of the Grail. By Gravedigger. They're a German metal band.
Kick.
So everything's in English lyrics-wise. Basically, they did an album based on Arthurian legend. So, yeah.
Oh, right in front.
I mean, I don't know how it is me and Arthur, but Lancelot was like the best knight. Just waiting on a bridge, and King Arthur arrives and is like, I'm guarding this bridge. Why? I just beat up people. I want to see who's strongest. Okay. Have you ever been defeated? No. King Arthur beats him. He's like, I will follow you now. Also later, I will steal your wife. Okay.
That part not as cool, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that proves that he's a cool guy that ladies want, at least.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess Guinevere, is that her name?
Yeah,
I think
something
so.
like that.
Yes, okay. Yeah, that's, yeah.
What?
Lancelot is a douchebag, Tedico says.
Shit,
Kind of. He's kind of a
Oh, I
douchebag.
missed.
I
Well.
tried.
What?
Timer stop.
Yes, if you use that burst mode, then you can stop time.
Alright.
By the way, also in Melty Blood.
Yes. Didn't burst again.
So if you see that the time's about to run out and you still need to kill the opponent or get their life down, burst to stop time. Just go Zavarudo and yeah.
Gordo. And then
I
everything
really like that that's a thing. Like personally, I think like if you have a burst in a fighting game, it should stop the timer. Not necessarily, I'm not going to be that crazy to say like everyone should do it, but I really like this function.
I mean, I guess people thought like you, because pretty much all the time it's top timer now.
Yeah. Like I don't know if it works in Unist, but definitely in Melty, in Guilty, in BlazBlue,
Yep.
in this game. I don't actually know if it does it in NPB. I think so, but I don't know.
I think so. Generally, timer is not really a problem in NPB.
Yes. Normally people die.
Yeah.
Like, oh, 20 seconds left. He's ahead by 70%. Reversal combo, he's dead.
Yeah. Oh, I'm losing. Zombie cancel Excalibur. I'm winning.
No, not I'm winning. I have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So finally you can do this combo. Or do you feel under it?
It's a bit different usually. Oh, you can't hit her from that.
I think you could have hit her if you got up. She was like floating, so you were kicking below her.
I was scared to get hit by the ball.
Well, you just need to be less scared by people's balls being hit in your face.
Get up time. It's still another thing I get in this game. Get it wrong every time.
Wow, she flew like really fast on the wall.
Yeah.
Ah, burst! Those combos are stupid, and he only gets to do that against ice characters. Which is the fun part. This is so retarded. Oh shit, he's way high up.
Yeah. Oh.
I gotta learn the real loop at some point, because the one I'm doing right now is fake and it ends way earlier. Like, to keep the combo counter turns great for a moment.
Yep.
But I don't know the real loop yet, I just do things.
The real loops have rocks.
Let the newbies play more.
I was about to leave, but then I was too slow. After this game, I'm gonna go back to watch them for a while.
Okay.
Ah. Oh, anti-airs.
Right, that Firebird after he lands just flexes.
Yep.
I did such a good job, did you see? You got blocked.
I forced them to block my assault.
Yeah.
Ah, really. Ah, oh.
That demon girl in her team looks cool.
Okay, so you can also use them like full combos.
Yeah.
Ow, quick man.
Yeah, I mean, I know nothing about Lord of Vermilion, but I wonder if...
Apparently internet doesn't know much too. At least there is not a lot of fan art. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's this weird, one of those arcade machines where you put the cards and swipe them across the thing and then you have like a team or something, right?
I don't remember. I know I read like the wiki article, but I completely forgot.
Yeah, like I'm not certain, maybe I'm confusing it with something else, but I think Lord of Vermilion machines were basically that. So they were like, I don't know, multiplayer but also single player fantasy RPG campaign games with cards but in the arcade as a video game. It's one of those things, it's like, this doesn't exist outside of Japan.
Yeah.
And it will not be ported. But I think there are actually Lord of Vermilion games on PlayStation.
Yeah, I think so too.
So maybe it's only one game that's like that, or I'm really confused. Nurse Carnage went down.
Ow! Ow! Anti-airs! Her anti-air is good enough compared to Vic's character. Vic can't do shit against this move, but this character can!
Yeah. Genocide kata, yeah. It is one of those, yes. Tentacles. Is that Krauser who has that, or the other guy? I know there's two KOF boss characters I get confused, and one of them has the genocide.
It might be Kota, yeah. I mean, she has it too.
Rugal, yeah. Bearded KOF bosses. Fun fact, genocide kata in some countries is not called genocide kata. they cut the sound effect short too. It's just kata. They stopped doing that though, so now I guess he just does genocide kata. To be fair, Rugal has not been in a lot of fighting games anymore.
Yeah. 9802? Is he in 02? I think so.
He's definitely in like the upgraded O2 that has all of the characters, like whatever that edition is called, I think.
UM.
Yeah.
Ultimate Match, I guess.
Yeah, the title is longer, but the UM is Ultimate Match, I think. He's in CVS too, right?
Oh,
So,
maybe. I guess he's not good enough because I didn't see him, but
yeah, it's not a charge character.
exactly. But he's a boss, so he should have walked. Because boss are really good. Sagat, Bison, I think Giz is somewhat okay.
Sagat?
Yeah, Sagat is good in CBS too.
Yes, it's just I almost said the wrong thing. It's just because there's so many Street Fighter bosses that are charge characters, so I wanted to say, oh, those are charge characters, but Sagat is exactly the one that's not. So
yeah.
yeah, but like Vega, right?
Yeah.
Or Claw.
Yeah, weirdly enough, I think Vega wasn't that crazy in
I think it was played, but not as much as like Blanca and other charge characters.
in Bison, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of Blanca and Bison. Laying their eyes open. With eyes wide open. I think that's a Creed song, I don't know. Oh, fun fact about the Steam version. So there was this bunny girl on screen who was shaking her ass. In the Japanese version, she doesn't have something covering her ass. Yeah. There's a also, like with the level 1 assist, for those that don't know, that's like a little chibi girl running at people, punching them in the dick.
He actually used it.
Yes, yeah, exactly, that girl. Like, and she's like, nice chin chin, i.e. nice penis. Just grabs it. And normally there's like a different kind, that's super so awesome. Normally there's like a little animation after she hits people in the dick. It's been removed from the Steam version. But there's a fan patch that you can use to reinstate it. I've been too lazy and busy to do it myself, but I will do it at some point because that was the whole point of me taking her into my assist team. I basically just took the 3 funniest assists and the funniest character. That was my game plan. Well, also Rushdown, but she happened to be a funny character, so yeah.
Funny head to Rushdown.
Yeah. The doggo that's a cat.
Which is not a doggo either.
She's a wolf, yeah.
There's a doggo. A wolf's a doggo. Can't fool me. Just a doggo in disguise.
She goes a woo. Yeah, but her design is so clearly cat girl, right? It's just... Yeah.
And I guess there is less of an archetype of dog girl.
That's the thing. Like, kind of cat and dog girl, if they are ever there, they're kind of the same.
There's totally an archetypical dog girl with like flappy dog ears, but they're usually like
Yeah.
really reserved, right?
Yeah, but I mean also like more as gameplay and tropes, like type of interaction stuff.
Don't. What? Yatta, I guess. That looked like it would go one way, then the other way, but then it went the original way. Okay. What about dog girls?
They have less less trope
Yeah,
still, and they don't have a gameplay like archetype, let's say.
that's true.
My opinion, we need a dog girl fighting game so they can have archetype.
Yeah.
Beast cannon, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. If you're a wolf, you do beast cannon. That is pretty true.
Yeah.
And that's
wolf
how
or
you can
wolf.
know that she's not a wolf. She doesn't have a beast
Yeah,
cannon.
she doesn't have a beast cannon. Seriously, I guess that is an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either you're a wolf or you have claws, then you do beast cannon, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, after beast cannon, no one can decide what sort of archetype they are, right? It's just like original beast cannon guy. Well, I guess I'm rushed down. Then you have Beowulf. I think I'm a grappler. And then you have like the butler from Blaze Blue. He's like, I have wolf stances. I don't know what I am.
I'm weird.
Heavy mix-up is
Yeah,
really
heavy mix-up, sure. Yeah. That is true. Like he's not super fast, but if he uses his wolf form, he's super fast. And just
Yeah,
has,
and
like,
I mean, wolf
mix-up.
has like an overhead, if I remember correctly. You
The
can
wolf
do the
has
crazy
an
shit.
overhead, quick lows, and also a techable command grab, which
Yeah.
used to not be techable.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember like in like CSX, he was kind of crazy.
Yes.
Technical command grab sounds game.
Mika
Yeah.
has those.
Yeah, and that's lame.
That's
Fuck you
right.
guys.
They're also aren't they only techable if you do them in combos though?
No, they're all.
If you... Oh, wrong
No,
way
they're
around.
not techable in a combo, but they're techable outside of a combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know they should not be takeable. I feel like
Would be brutal.
would be. You can definitely jump above them and you can like hit them because they jump toward you.
I agree, but I don't think that really changes the statement.
The thing is also, does she even have a command grab that's not blockable, like a normal ass command grab?
The super.
Yeah, but it
It's
requires meter and it does barely any damage, which means you only want to use it if you also have Vorpal, and then you're wasting Vorpal on a combo where you're like, wow, I could have just done a better combo and not done this.
Yeah, I
So
don't
it's
get why
very
she has.
situational.
Yeah. Like, it's
It
not.
should just do heavy damage. That's just.
It does heavy damage? It does not.
No.
Oh, okay.
It should just do heavier
yeah, yeah.
damage,
Then
so
yes.
that it would have a purpose.
I totally agree.
Yeah, it's not even startup invulnerable, it's just really fast, like 2 frames or something. So you can't use it as a reversal.
And people jump out then again after the flash.
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
You're stopping right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, it's past 2 AM.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is indeed.
I'm certainly like my last match too.
Yeah.
Last match or last turn.
Yeah,
Rotation
and
thing.
GG after.
GG.
What is this girl Vic posted almost an hour ago? Oh, it's the girl from Dengenki Bunko.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time to check. Know who's meant, but still time to check. Yes.
I would have to try Mikoto a bit more too. But she seemed like a bit less fun. The best thing was her like air dash. Or like rock dash in the air.
Is that the magical girl that got added late?
No, the electrical girl.
Oh yeah, the one Funfun was playing. I see. Yeah.
It's like she's cool, but she's also more of like the Zona archetype, which I personally don't get into. That's why she's like slower and stuff and doesn't have the usual combo thing that most other characters have.
Is she a Zona? I don't remember like anything.
She has the longest range in the whole game.
I see.
With the normals and their specials and stuff. You can really play her as a zoner, especially since like the jumping air dash thing is also a command thing.
Yeah.
It's not just your normal air dash. And yeah, you have really long reaching the lightning attacks and stuff. And if you charge your heavy, it turns into like a ranged attack, and if you charge it down heavy, it turns into a ranged attack.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
but
she
there's a
felt
lolly
like
playing basketball, so I'll just do that.
She's a setup character. The lolly was in the first one, in the not ignition. She was really fucking good apparently, but she got nerfed, I guess, because people said that. She's still a setup character though, because you just do the ice basketball ring when you on wake up, and that's supposed to be really good. But more I don't remember. Ooh, wow.
Finish.
We're probably not gonna
Rail change is complete.
Are you glad now?
Yes.
We're probably not gonna have the DLC when we play, right?
I have no idea about any of that. I want to say that we'll have it, but I don't know about these things.
You can download DLCs. You have to install them. I think it, depending the game and depending like how they treat a DLC, it can be a problem. I know like one of the game I wanted to play could get stuck at checking the DLCs basically.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when the time has come. I'm sure that if it works, it won't be too hard, and if it doesn't work, it won't be too hard to tell that it won't.
Yeah. But who were like the last DLCs that only like the nurse girl, and that's it?
Nurse?
She is like a healer, like me.
Yeah. Healer from MMO with the pink dress, the girl.
Yeah.
And you have Yuki from SAO, the other cool girl.
Was one of them the magical girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one we call the healer.
Okay.
For some reason it didn't put her in the air, huh?
Digital teleport.
And I think that's the last one? Wait, did it go like tentacle, seafood, tentacle again?
I don't know.
Because I'm on auto reject.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So this is the last one you said?
I guess normally I would play Andalay last, normally? There would have been like a normal rotation. But yeah.
Whichever.
Yeah. I guess I'll play. Oh. Oof. That's some delay lag.
I see.
Wow. Yeah, it skipped my assist, but it went to reload after that. Oh my goodness.
You guys have a heavy delay situation or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I finished to air dash when my character is basically starting to jump.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's back to normal.
Yeah. I could tell by the combo.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that'll hit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sure, it's really
Nope.
slow.
Oh,
It's really slow.
I see.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
Because she does the big animu animation before her thing hits. So it's like, let's watch this. It's gonna miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Krass, so lange gelassen. Yep.
Nice. Or ice errata.
I'll take it.
Yeah, let me play Andallia like that time. I'm an actual rotation and then I'll stop personally. Yay.
Tentacle says sorry, I'm data, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't have to say sorry. I was on auto pass and it was like half asleep. So it's just
Yeah,
like, oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it's anyone's fault, it's Adela's, and it's not really evil. Yeah.
Oh.
Sure, I could watch the game. Oh, I did the whole cycle. I thought it was over.
Oh, why that didn't work?
What?
Oh, didn't hit. You reach.
He has a glove.
I have long legs.
Him too.
I pressed grab, but the game didn't want to let me grab. Oh well.
Oh shit.
Oh, should you play? Sorry,
That would be cool. Well, this is cool too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fine, yes, it boxes. The character.
Yeah. Ooh.
No. Oh. That was really the earliest moment I could actually cancel into my assist because I didn't have my my 2-stock when I did it actually. But yeah, GG.
Okay.
And I'll stop
Yep.
here.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can continue. You just need to open a room.
Yeah.
If you want.
I think personally for me it's also about a good time to stop because we have like half hours to play.
Yes.
Yep.
I will also go and start to mentally tune out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, Tentacle, like she has a lot of options, so that's normal that you don't get like all the follow-ups yet. But yeah, she seems pretty interesting at least. So that's neat. Anyway, I guess I'll stop the stream. So
yeah.
yep.
Night stream.
Night.